Well, hello everybody. So my name is Michael and you have landed in Sovereign Sandboxing, the YouTube channel where we build, play, and reflect on games that let us shape our own story. And for those of you that are just discovering this channel and for those of you that are returning back to this channel, as you can see on screen, I'm doing something new. I'm throwing a little bit of spaghetti on the wall and I'm just going to see if it sticks or not and if it's a series that we want to continue on with throughout the entirety of this channel. Anno 1800 has always been a video game that I've loved to watch and I have enjoyed playing myself. And honestly, it's a great sandbox game if you want to build an empire and just kind of create things throughout the mechanics of the game. I don't know where I was going with that, but my intention with this series is really to start out and to see where it goes. I definitely want to get more into the beauty building aspect of Anno 1800, and I have all of the DLC to do just that. However, there is a bit of a catch, and that is that we have to figure out what these production chains are all about. I've done a brief bit of studying and watching of some of my favorite players of this game out there, and so I'm definitely hoping to incorporate some of their strategies, and my plan here is really just to try to rush settling the new world and then working on the beauty building parts of this game. So let's just kind of dive right into it by starting off with a new game. I'm definitely going to be choosing sandbox mode because I want to make things as easy for me as possible, since I am definitely a beginner when it comes to Anno 1800. But don't worry, we're going to hopefully choose some things that'll still pose some significant challenges. And I think that with the complexity of trade routes and production chains and all of that, I will certainly be challenged no matter what. This is definitely not a game where I can really go at my own pace. I feel that I have to really kind of keep up. So choosing my own portrait, I'm just going to go with this guy here. My logo, I am going to go with this, and I'm actually going to change the color to blue. Well, a lighter blue, I suppose. They gave us 3 blues here for whatever reason. Well, I guess this is a teal, but we're just using different shades at this point. Could have used a color wheel here. Anyways, where we are going to be starting off our city and everything, I'm just going to call myself Michael, is that I kind of want the empire that we build here to really just emulate the color blue. And so I have a good idea for what I want our first island to be named in the old world. And so we'll just kind of be continuing off of that kind of thing there. Alrighty, so in terms of the settings, I am going to go with a custom because that is what I feel like. As for the map seed here, I have done a little bit of research, and I guess this can be considered cheating, but there is a map seed that I am looking to build on, and that is map seed number 975. It is a large world. The island sizes are mainly large. Fertilities should be plenty, and same with the mineral deposits as well. I gotta make this as easy for myself as I possibly can here, you guys. It is a corners. Okay, perfect. So that is all looking good here. Difficult preset is custom because I'm going to be choosing my own folks here. Actually, these are the ones that I want. So, I decided to go with George. I kind of feel like him and Carl are sort of mid-game, and then they're medium difficulty, and apparently in the game they hate each other, so I want them to distract each other. And the odd thing about both of them is that they tend to like Bente a lot, so I'm hoping to ally with Bente, and then they'll like me but hate each other. Yeah, I mean, eventually, I will dabble into going into war and everything, but for the time being, just because I am a beginner at this game and everything, I want to try and go as peacefully as possible, claim the islands that I want, and then just kind of take it easy and start with the beauty building of this particular series. So, this is looking good here. Okay, custom faction customization. I'm keeping everybody on pirates. I'm going to be keeping them at average. I don't want them hard or, Yeah, I don't want them hard, I don't want them easy, I just want them average, just to give a little bit of a challenge throughout this play here. Let's keep moving on. Income I'm keeping as high because I don't know what I'm doing. Inactive upkeep I'm going to keep off because, again, I don't know how what I'm doing. Construction standards, as opposed to full, I'm going to do it as half. I feel like when you are deconstructing something or demolitioning something like in the real world, you would be able to recover some of the materials that you're demoing. So, I'm just going to reduce that down to half. Building relocation is placed on. This is just stating that already placed buildings can be relocated using the move tool. Trading post restocks, I put common. I want these trading post NPCs to restock their things quickly. City incidents, I'm keeping easy. Quest frequency, I'm keeping rare. I don't want to be doing a whole lot of quests with this. I might do like a quest or two here and there, maybe to kill time. I really don't know how today's episode is going to pan out because I feel like I just have a lot that I need to get done here. Influence I kept as high. I want to make sure that when we get into investors and everything, they are producing a significant amount of influence. I don't know if this is just me giving myself a super easy game, but I am doing just that. And because we have the skyscraper expansion pack, I'm keeping the skyscraper upkeep as low. Eventually we will get into Crown Falls, and I want to start like a mega city there. So that is a bit of the vision going forward here. Starting ships, are just doing a flagship. Standard for a starting harbor. What would the difference be here? Okay. Full. What is that? Okay, we're just going to keep it standard. I'm not going to think too much here. Starting capital will be large. Revealed map will be off. Victory conditions, we're turning them all off here. I want this to be a sandbox play, so we are just going to keep the victory conditions off. And I think we are good to go here. So let's just load this sucker up and see what happens. So yeah, the pacing with Anno 1800 for me, like I've done like a little bit of a practice playthrough here, but I feel like you have to really master multitasking at once with this game. Like I don't think that it serves you in your best interest just to wait around for like resources to come in or anything of the sort. So that is something that I am keeping at the back of my mind. And like I mentioned before, I really want to rush the new world, settling it. I really want to rush the islands in the old world because the NPCs tend to claim islands like crazy, especially in the old world and the new world. So I just want to make sure that I'm claiming everything that I want before I start beauty building and really decorating and making my empire look as great as it can be. So with that said, let's start something new here, and let's see how badly I failed this first episode. Let's set sail. Okay, beautiful. We got a random name here. I don't know why it's called that, but I'm changing the name right off the bat to Azure Stead. Throughout the entirety of this empire, I am going to be looking for opportunities to really to name all of our cities and settlements after the color blue in some way, shape, or form. So if you guys have suggestions, absolutely go for it. I'm sending off my flagship into the corner there, but for now we need to start building out some roads. What have we got going on here? So fertility, we got potato, grain, red pepper. We've also got niter deposits here, you name it. With this particular map seed, I played it before, and it just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of rivers, which is kind of disappointing to me, but I like the seed itself and what the map generated, so I'm still quite happy with it, regardless of it not having what I would be, not having any rivers. I'm just building out some roads here, I'm building out some roads because we need the roads. In cities, like in real life and everything, your roads are actually the one thing that makes up the majority of the infrastructure within a city or a settlement or anything, and it feels like that's just the same case with everything else as well, like even in game. So first thing right off the bat, we are going to get some we're going to get a market put in place here. I'm going to actually control B this, which is my hotkey for, that's my hotkey for blueprint mode and whatnot, which seems to be like the way to go. Like the blueprint mode is so handy. So that is the first thing I want to do. I got a little town center there. We are starting off ugly here. Things are going to get ugly before they get beautiful. We're meeting Madame Kahina. Love ya. Thank you for showing up here, but I definitely want to meet the guy who does the prison, because I need to start by like getting some wood produced here for this town particularly. But my strategy for arriving to the new world as early as possible is really to try and figure out a way to mass produce soap, because you can sell it for quite a bit to the prison, which, you know, is hilarious in of itself. But yeah, that is the plan here, is really to start with that kind of strategy, is just selling soap as fast as possible. When it comes to the pirates, though, I am going to look to actually sell them beer so that I can get them on my side, so that I don't really necessarily have to worry about the pirates. We can start purchasing ships and everything. Really, the idea here is to get as much power as much purchasing power as I possibly can. I'm just going to copy these over here. So yeah, things are going to get ugly before they get beautiful. I'm just going to stick with the grid, and we're just going to have to take it on from there. As for the old world itself, I will be looking to settle islands as soon as possible. We've already got our guy here just kind of sailing into all the corners, which is what I am looking for. We discovered a pretty big island here. It's got a little bit of grain, hops, fur. Hello, Bente. So glad that you introduced yourself. She's pretty easy, as I understand in game. And she'll ask for permission to settle islands and everything, so I appreciate that. But anyways, this first island is looking pretty good. It's got significant deposits of like iron ore, coal, and zinc. There's also a little bit of clay as well. The most important thing when settling new islands is getting your construction taken care of. And in this case, I've got a guy complaining about a warehouse not being in sight, so I'm just going to quickly fix that for him. But yeah, I figure that in the old world, 3 lumber camps and sawmills, because they have a production of 1-to-1, as you can see there, is a good pace to have for developing those different kinds of for getting like a constant flow of lumber into the ports and everything. Speaking of which, this guy needs to go over here. And so each time I settle a new island, that'll be one of the first things I'll do, is I'll try to set up like a little townstead, just like what we've got here in Azure Stead, and also try to at least get their lumber production going. Okay, so we are gonna need fish, because these guys need their fish. So we're just gonna add that in here. And how are we looking at? So we are producing 12 tons of wood, and then also 12 tons of lumber. So fish, we've got now 2 tons, and this is really the screen that I'm going to be referring to a lot when I am looking at the different things that I need to produce. Azure Stead itself, as it is our beginning island, it will likely be like our capital of the old world, so it is going to be a major population center in of itself. The thing that's really nice about it is that it's got a lot of ore and oil deposits, so I might actually have to change course and and make it like a production island of some kind. And that's really the idea here, is that each of the islands are going to be specialized in producing something. So I might have like a manufacturing and an industrial island somewhere else. The intention here with Azure Stead is to maybe make it the capital of the old world region. and who knows what the other islands are going to be served for. So the idea again is really just to figure out how I'm going to go about trying to create this empire that has got a production chain that makes sense. I'm just clicking on the things there just to get rid of the tooltips, and yeah. So we need schnapps, and with schnapps comes potatoes. And let's get this show on the road here. Okay, so a potato farm. And that's another thing as well. Like when I was doing my practice playthrough, because I know not what I do in anything here, I expanded a little too quickly, and that was something that I kind of noticed with this with Anno, is that you're better off optimizing your population before you move on to before you actually build more residences. So it's better to just try to max out their needs and their happiness requirements before getting too crazy with trying to expand, like just trying to like build houses blindly. Because in my practice session there was like a point where I didn't do any of that. There was a point where I did that, and it actually did not it didn't work out. Like I just couldn't keep up with anything that I was doing. Carl Leonard has introduced himself. He's a bit of an asshole, but that's kind of why I love him and why I keep him around. He's gonna fight with the other guy who's probably in the other corner, which is the map that we're playing in. We're playing in corners here, so yeah, that would probably, his character checks out here. Apparently a lot of NPCs don't like him as an NPC, which is why I kept him around, is because the only person who likes him apparently is Bente, but I bet you the other guy's gonna kind of start hating on him, and that's what I'm counting on. I want them nice and distracted and at war with each other while I claim all the islands while they're busy. Okay, we got a little bit of schnapps. I don't think that what I did was going to fulfill it. Actually, it kind of does fulfill our needs. So let's move on to clothing here, and I'm just going to build out a little more of an industrial area here. And yeah, the reason why I'm kind of second guessing like whether this is the capital or not is because like look at all these resources on this island. There's like 6 oil springs, 3 coal deposits, 3 iron deposits, and there's like 3 clay deposits. Like it's very ripe for just being like a production island. So let me know what you think though. Oh, and I forgot about my flagship here. Oh, what am I doing? If you see me pause the game there, I do apologize. I'm still kind of getting used to the controls and everything, so yeah, I do apologize. Okay, so sheep farms is 30 to 30, 1-to-1 ratio, perfect. So we are going to build, I'm going to build one of these, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to build one of these, and then I'll copy over whatever we got. Yeah, another thing as well, like I mentioned, I'm making this all ugly for the time being, but we'll get pretty. We'll make it pretty later on in the series, like once I've claimed all the islands that I am looking for. So yeah. So we are going to need quite a bit of sheep at this time. Eventually we are going to want some sales, so that's kind of why I'm trying to just prepare myself I'm just trying to future-proof it just a tiny bit. In fact, like, let's start building these now. There we go. So yeah, there's a lot to kind of do in this first episode here. Like, I'm not even too sure if I'm going to fully explore like the map before I start sending my flagship off to start claiming some other islands here. I really want some big islands just so I have a lot to work with, and yeah, that's kind of the intention here, is just to expand quickly, just to expand quickly and to just to kind of keep it moving. Yeah, so this is like honestly like a really wonderful game. I've always enjoyed it, and I'm building more houses, and I just told you guys about the horror story that I had about building too many houses too quickly here, and so I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to need to expand on first. Okay, so the thing that I find with the Anno 1800 is that if you aren't multitasking, there's George Smith. Okay, can you go fight Carl now? Apparently George Smith is pretty amicable as an AI as well. Like I keep mentioning, I just want him and Carl to fight each other. So that's kind of the whole point that I am trying to get done here. Okay, so far everything's good. We are going to start running out of money here, and what that really calls for is a pub, because pubs are going to contribute to happiness, which contributes to more people. Let's keep it going. Alrighty, I keep forgetting about my flagship here. Actually, in terms of forgetting stuff, I don't think I'm doing too bad. Because, I think that you can forget about stuff and it can really bite you in the ass later on. Alright, so far, back into the statistics screen here, and you guys are going to see me flip-flop between that and everything. I'm just looking to try and keep my population as happy and get their needs met as much as possible. So yeah, in this game, it's just really about chasing balances and production chains and, whoops, sorry. I told you I was going to pause by accident there, so I warned you before. So getting used to the controls. But yeah, this game is all about chasing production chains and just trying to keep up. So on one hand, you have to really set yourself up for success in terms of, oh, what's going on with you? No warehouse in range. Okay, so if I move you, will you be more in range? Yeah, that looks like it did the trick. Not about to buy another warehouse for them. I already got a warehouse here, so new island has been discovered. Perfect. This is what George is doing. George Smith, he's already got clay, which is ridiculous how the AI spawns and everything. And that's a pigsty. Like I mentioned, we are going to be trying to produce soap as quickly as possible here. Okay, so we got the camps and the sawmills. We are expanding out slowly. I may as well, because I'm waiting for my flagship at this time, try to do a little bit of city building here. Just a tiny bit. Actually, do I have enough for a police station? I don't. Okay. I think we're doing okay here. We're just at negative 78 in terms of our balance. So to keep that balance going, we've got to keep growing and everything. So let's continue doing that. I'm going to start with the sheep farm. And I am going to see if I can get another potato farm. Another strategy I could use is that when I discover where this prison guy is, I could potentially sell potatoes as well. So that is a strategy I am open to. In fact, I'm not even going to construct the other brewery there. This is a distillery, because it will, because I can just stock up on potatoes. I will, however, expand you guys. And I'm already ready for workers at this point, so why not unlock them? We have entered into the age of industrialization. Azurstead, honestly, is really looking like it's going to be my manufacturing island, as opposed to it being a capital. Again, I am open to hearing what you guys have to say. It's just these resources, like the oil, the coal, the iron, the clay, it's very hard for me to deny, because these resources are sometimes hard to come by. What's this island doing? It's got copper on it, which is interesting. George will likely try to settle this island, and I'm kind of looking at this island here. It's got a fair decent amount of coal and zinc. Yeah, and we don't have either of those things. And to be quite honest, we can settle quite quickly in terms of getting our second and third and even fourth island. I know that upkeep can be questionable at that point, but hey, that is the risk that we have to take here. Okay, so let's see what these workers need. So paved streets, we're not doing that ever. Bricks are interesting and something that I will actually get into. I've got a warehouse sort of close here, so we can get something going. So it's this one, 30 and then 1 minute. So you need 2 factories for every clay pit. Alrighty, we can do that. Well, maybe not right now, but I will be doing that. Alright, let's get this dirt road in action here. Yeah. Yeah, you can see how easily it can get out of hand in terms of trying to chase your resources and everything. Sorry for the camera there, kind of did something crazy, but I'm just trying to look for other islands that are nearby that I haven't discovered. Let's go to this guy here. I at least want to maintain control of my little corner of the map, because if I maintain control of it, I can start visiting different sides and everything. Actually, you can go here, because you're closer. But yeah, we've explored all corners of the map right now. Eventually, I could actually settle one of them, so I might just decide to do that. But anyways, what do we need more of? Just to get the bricks going, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do this for you guys. And then here we are in that production chase at this point. And so eventually I'm just going to look into optimizing what I've got here. In fact, like, probably for this episode, I won't go any larger than the grid that I have established on screen right now. Just because it like really benefits to take it slow. Okay, so let's see what the hell this thing's doing, because this will show me something different. Alrighty, potatoes are good, schnapps is good, bricks is happening. We do need sausage, and we are going to get into it. Clothes we're also pretty good on, so we're actually pretty good on stuff. I do need more workers though, so let's copy these residences here first. And yeah, I'm not going to make it a secret here. As soon as I started seeing like the Anno Roman game kind of release, I was super into that, super excited about it. So there's no secret there, you guys. I really liked it. Okay, so let's see what this island's all about. We got copper, zinc, coal, and iron. This one looks like the better bet, if I'm going to be honest, but we really need to explore some other things here. I bet you this is an NPC, so I'll at least get a move on there. There are, like, admittedly some things that are outdated about this game, like the camera controls and like even the mini-map there is a little confusing for me, and maybe before I call it outdated, I should I should probably take credit that it could be just a user error, but I don't find the camera controls very intuitive in that sense. But yeah, I'm gonna explore a few different islands. Sir Archibald is kind of cool because he does sell steel beams, which is what I'm going to eventually choose to opt for to settle some new islands in the old world quickly here. But where were we? I could do a resident quest. I don't really feel like it because if they have me running around, I just don't want to be bothered with it. Let's go back to the screen here. Make sure we're not missing anything in terms of needs that my farmers need. Okay, sausage is a dirty industry, and we've got a little bit of an industry zone here, so let's just kind of let's add on to this guy here. I've got a warehouse here already, so may as well. If I need to expand out the sheep farms, I will do that, but everything here is kind of dirty anyways, so let's connect this up here, and let's get into pigs and farms. This looks hideous. I'm gonna have to research like what the best setup for these are, and but yeah, I do have Bright Harvest. It's one of the expansion packs that came with it. It's not gonna fit anywhere, is it? gonna move it in like this. I'll copy it, flip her around. But yeah, Bright Harvest came with one of the expansion packs. I have no idea what that is even about, what I need to do to optimize for it, but as I understand it, it makes your agriculture happy. So that is the good news there. Alright, and you have to do something with like dung and pigs and cows and stuff. I have no idea what to do with that, so I'm just going to kind of hold off on doing anything there. Now, is there an island here? Kind of. I'm just looking for the bigger islands. I am going to need to discover... I'm going to send them over here, actually. I'm going to need to discover where this prison is, because that is going to be my primary source of income. Right now we're doing okay. Like, I'm not angry at the negative 13 balance for what we've got right now. Of course, you're going to start off in the hole, but the fact that I have started myself off with like $60,000 in the bank is pretty nice. We're producing bricks, and whoops, I'm sure you guys were just screaming at me for that. We are now producing some bricks. And we still need workers, but I would rather, for the workers, I'd rather get sausages online, because that'll give us like 3 workers per household. So that's probably going to do it for what we need. So speaking of which, let's get these pigs up and running. Now, that's not everything that we need for it, of course. We need the slaughterhouse. So that's a 1 minute. That's a 1 minute 1-to-1 ratio. Love it. Oh, that actually kind of worked out, didn't it, you guys? Now, who do you take for workers? You take farmers. Perfect. And you are... Do you just need wood? No, you need some bricks. Son of a bitch. Okay. I'm going to upgrade 1 more worker household. Perfect. So that should get everybody here. So you're just missing goods, which is whatever. You're going to get the bricks. Alrighty. What's this island looking like? Okay. Let's try exploring this. This might actually be... Yeah, this is going to be the pirates for sure. But... let's go here. This looks like an NPC. I'm sure we'll meet the pirates along the way. I'm not too crazy about exploration, to be honest with you guys. Only because I feel like I've discovered that at least 2 islands, maybe even 3. Like, this one would be nice to snag, but I might decide to just take this one. But yeah, you can settle some islands pretty fast, and depending on what you have, like what you start with and everything, you might actually be able to start like building wood and timber, so it's like you can sort of set it and forget it. Okay, so far we're doing okay here. Now, what is going on with these bricks? I might actually move this guy. Okay, Eli Bleakworth, you are the NPC I have been looking for, because he takes in soap and he takes in potatoes. Right now we've got a lot of potatoes, and I am working towards soap because the purchasing price on this is pretty great for an early game trade route. So that is my plans kind of coming to fruition there. Let's send you over here. I'm just going to like expand a little bit. I'm just going to explore a little bit, just see if we can get here, and then I'm going to send this guy directly to wherever. I'm going to send him to our second island, because I'm going to settle that in the first episode here. Okay, back in Azurstead, things are happening. Fish is okay, potatoes are okay, schnapps is okay, everything's actually quite okay here, and we're finally producing bricks. Hate that I had that oversight. And how are we for pigs, though? Pigs were producing 1 ton, but come on. We need 5 bricks, apparently. Yeah, bricks takes a long time, and it kind of sucks that I managed to screw up my production just by bad placement here, but we're gonna move on. Like, a little gap like that would definitely qualify for deco and like decorating things and everything, so that would be nice, but we are not in the business of decorating anything because because we do not need to. I do not have the economy to really decorate anything at this time. We'll start settling some of these other islands here. And like I said, everything, all of my settlements and everything, we're going to name them after the color blue. So we are, in this case, we've got Azurstead that has started out. I really think it's going to end up being my industrial island here. Eventually, what I would like to have happen is I would like to have a population island and use the commuter pier to send population elsewhere, and then just have all the lectures and stuff just kind of be contained and sent to one island. Okay, so we have a newspaper thing. I personally don't care for the newspaper at all. Eventually, like, I'm going to figure out what I want to do for propaganda and whatnot. But for the time being, it's fine. Okay, I am going to send you over here to this island because I don't know what I'm doing with my camera. I'm going to figure out where Azurstead is. Okay, perfect. I'm going to try and keep like the ports themselves close to all trying to like aim to Azurstead. I'm trying to like hug the limitations of the map, and then that way we don't have to like encounter a lot of skirmishes and all that at sea. That's at least my hope and plan. Whether it works out or not remains to be seen, but that's the idea here. But yeah, Azurstead at least is going to start out with pretty high production. I love that we have our workers at 0 right now because it means that everybody is full up with their jobs. I haven't expanded too quickly. We are still going to be running a little low on money, which kind of sucks, but it's only negative 63. Like, it's not too bad. It's not too crazy here. Perfect. And that's going to put us to negative 50. So that's wonderful. Let's see if we can upgrade you guys. Perfect. I'm going to upgrade this block as well, and then I am just going to kind of leave it as be because, as you can tell, we now have a farmer issue. I'm not going to completely build out everything because you really have to expand slowly here. Like, our fish here is just sort of catching up. It'll probably exceed it, so it might be a good idea. Like, you can see our schnapps distillery is not keeping up with the demand as well. So yeah, let's pigs are in demand. Perfect. In fact, like, I could probably, well, I'm tempted to always like overproduce pigs, but how close are we? How close are we? I don't need to lose this ship because it's very important. Have to micromanage a little bit here because we are under attack. And there we go. We discovered the pirates. All right. Okay, what was I doing? And that's the thing with this game as well, is that you kind of get lost in what you're doing. We're producing enough potatoes, so I can definitely build that second distillery finally. It's not a whole lot of harbor space on it, and I wish like that this game was better at like allowing you to build on cliff sides for harbors and whatnot, but hey, that's just the nature of the game and nothing I'm too concerned about myself. So it's a limitation, like it's a gameplay limitation, but at the same time we are good for workers there. Okay, see, that's what I mean by expanding too quickly, because I just upgraded my workers. I have a surplus of workers now, and that's probably because their sausage needs are getting met. Let's just verify that on this screen though. So yeah, their sausage needs are kind of getting met. They do need another pig farm though, and that is okay. The only problem is that it's now going to add more demands on my farmer workforce, and I'm not going to think twice. I'm probably going to expand it like this and then likely chase the production chains for farmers, because I bet you their fish is now way too, yeah, their fish isn't happening. So let's get the fish going. See, look, this guy, George, he's settled near Carl, so I'm hoping that they are going to start fighting, but I don't want them settling on these islands, like these like this island and this island because I want to maintain control of this corner. So we are going to quickly settle this guy right here. And I'm going to leave the name random for now because I am hoping that there will be some suggestions here. So again, we are going with the theme of the color blue just because it's my favorite color, and because I can, and it's my channel and everything, and I want to celebrate the color. So so yeah, if you have an idea for like a name for this new island that has to do with the color blue, absolutely drop your suggestions. So that's what the comment section is all about. Okay, back here we are struggling with our farmers a little bit. We've got fish. Now this is the thing with fish, because I've built a new fishery, it's asking for more farmer work for us. So yeah, we are now using our potatoes. Our work clothes is actually fine. We are overproducing our work clothes, so my people are actually going to be pretty happy here. And look at that, we are at a positive balance finally, but that'll change because I'm about to do this. Now Roscoff is not going to be the permanent name. I'm going to let you guys decide on what that name is going to be. We might actually need to quickly drop some timber off here too, which is fine because we set up the other island with 3 sawmills and lumber places. We can certainly bring some timber back here just to get things started, because that is going to be the crux of this all. The idea here is to claim the islands quickly and then sort of set it and forget it. Eventually, like, I am going to want to find a way to defend these islands with guns and stuff, so that they're not like completely easy to take. But we'll just kind of figure that out as we go along here. But yeah, I'm just gonna build up some roads. We're okay for money, so I'm not too worried about that. This one's got quite a bit of iron here and quite a bit of space, so I am likely. This could be a very good candidate for our population island, because there's a lot to kind of fit in here. Like, these cliffs are beautiful, for example. And then we've got all of this space here. Could be a good candidate. We'll see. We'll see how we feel about it. I know that I love the layout of my first island. It's just that it has so many resources on it. Like, I'm going to be doing... Who the heck is doing this? Where are you asking for permission, Bente? Yes, absolutely. Go for it. So again, we're just staying ugly with this. There's no need to overthink it, I believe, and you know, knowing my luck, I'll probably be designing these and it'll look nicer as I design more islands here and there. So yeah, we're just going full ugly with this. I've blueprinted in the town center, and then once we've claimed all the islands we want in both the old world and the new world, we'll rendezvous back and actually start beauty building, which I think is where you guys are going to really start to enjoy this series. Okay, but first things first, we need these guys. I also have to be careful about like how much storage we have here, so yeah, that'll certainly take into consideration. And yeah, see what I mean? Like, we're back in Azurstead as I was paying attention to another island, and we've already got a surplus in both like our farmers and our workers, and that's just from optimizing what these guys are doing. We're making money, a little bit of money, but it's money. These guys are kind of a little pissed. We can make a little more money with them if we have access to a church. I don't think we do quite yet. We do. Surprise. What do we need? 25 bricks. Well, we're very close to that actually, so we'll do that. But yeah, you can see like we can start to develop sales, for example. That's when we start, I'm sure that was driving you guys crazy, as we start expanding our needs there. In fact, I'm confident with that, because sales is what, 1-to-1? Yeah, it's 1-to-1. Oops, sorry. There we go. Oh, and now we're down farmers. so yeah, you can see how I don't want to say tedious, but you can see how this can get you into trouble and stuff. I'm just going to drop all 50 of them here. You're going to need to go back here, and we're going to try and settle that second island, maybe even the third, and then we'll start delivering some lumber to those guys. But in the meantime, though, I am going to get our forestry developed here, because we need to. We simply need to. And then once these guys are set up, I can just kind of forget about this island, because I don't think that the AI is too aggressive, with the exception, of course, being the pirates. So yeah, so let's get these guys built. And now we don't have any more timber, which is perfect, because I think that we are going to have enough of the population. So she wants trade rights. She's offering trade rights. I don't want this, because she wants me to do a payment, and I want to conserve my money. Okay, perfect. Okay, where are we? We've got 55 timber there, so I need at least 20. Yeah, you need 10 wood planks and 8 steel beams before you can settle islands, and I'm very tempted to just go here and settle this island, and like, it'll probably piss off George, but you know, he just might have to take it. I'll probably settle here though, just because I'm trying to keep this, like, these two sides of the map. Yeah, I'm trying to keep those two sides of the map, what do you call it, under my control. Okay, back to Azurstead. We've got population problems. Do we have population problems? Is everybody optimized? Is everybody happy? Oh, they need another pub. We're gonna place that there. We're gonna do something like that. Control U. We can get this. We can get this. Now everybody's producing a little more money, because that'll go to my workers here, which is perfect. And then you guys will also be producing more money as well, because you're gonna have that luxury needs. Excellent. So yeah. Okay. Now I believe I had a notification here. Excellent. 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm just going to err on this on the safe side here. I was about to purchase I was about to purchase all of them, but then I was just like, no, I don't want to screw up my play too much here. I'm not here to take risks. I'm here to save my game at certain periods and hopefully be okay. Alright, so between these two islands, so this has got limestone, copper, coal, iron, and a little bit of clay. This has got zinc. I don't think he's actually going to take that island there, so I'm just going to take this one. Okay, you guys are probably pissed and depressed. No. You do need a fishery, though. And look, I was paying attention to something else, and we've got 20 lumber, so perfect. Let's get these guys their fish. It's gonna give me more taxpayers, and everybody is going to love that. So let's get this. Okay, while I'm here, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this island yet. I just wanted to claim it just to try and take control and to take power here. Looks like you are done here. I need to do better at setting the notification because because you can easily forget something in this game, and it'll kind of bite you in the ass. Sorry, Carl. Sorry that you're pissed, but you're just gonna have to take it. And eventually, like, I am someone that does like the wide road look, but I won't go wider than 3 roads. So whenever we get to beauty building, the road network is going to eventually look nicer. So that's the hope and plan, at least. I do like this one having a population center just at this crossroads, and then I can figure out what in the world I'm doing for everything else. This is actually a really beautiful island. This could be my population island, right beside good old George. So, who knows? Oh, man. Again, like, with this map seed, something that's really disappointing, and something that's, like, very controversial amongst Anno players, is that there are no rivers. And I like the look of a bridge and a river, and I think it looks very natural and that kind of stuff. So yeah, this island doesn't have a river, and it saddens me. Now, the dangers with expanding so fast like this is that I am setting myself up for an attack. So that's really the biggest danger here. So my flagship might actually just end up living in this particular area of the world, because the biggest threat right now is actually George. And even though I'm hoping that George will just attack Carl, you know, I'm sure that I've pissed him off with this move here. So he hasn't said anything, and who knows what that really means. But yeah, let's at least get the production here set up before I send this ship off to leave. And I'm sure, like, I'm not getting the perfect scores for these radiuses and everything. I'm just kind of guesstimating a little bit. And look, our balance is like negative 200, so eventually we're really gonna have to start optimizing each of these islands, because these folks cost money, these populations and islands cost money, and we're about to settle another island as well. So I might be expanding a little too fast, but we'll just kind of see how it all pans out here. So yeah, there we go with our forestry production here in Paragain. Again, you guys are gonna have to get a name here. So, and we're out of wood, so let's grab our last island in the old world, and then we can kind of move on to optimizing our populations, and then we shouldn't be like too far in the hole. So again, we're coming back and we've got 75 wood. Over here in Roscoff, we've got 70 wood. Well, at least get them more population. See, it's okay to have like an excess of population, because they'll just pay your taxes. But it's when you have those deficits where it can be a little testy. Okay, so these guys are... Is everything good here for the wood? Yeah, it looks like everything's good here for the wood. People are moving in. Perfect. You guys are just short on farmers. It's like, I'm just chasing these, and I'm like, I don't know. How are we doing for needs, though? We're doing good for fish. We're going to do good for potatoes. Pigs and sausages are great, actually. And I like that we're producing more pigs than sausages. Another thing that I'm not like the biggest fan of in this game is how often you need warehouses, and how they... Yeah, and like how low the range is for warehouses. It's not something like I'm a huge fan of here. Do we have 20 bricks? We do. Like, you see how slow bricks are? Like, I can look away and come back, and suddenly I have like 70 tons of wood. But like, when it comes to bricks and everything, it's like I don't have anything. Yeah, it's... Thank you, Bente, for the 2,000 gold. I'm just going to build one of these, actually, for now, just to get sail making started, because it's going to impact my workforce here, which I knew it would. I'm going to get these guys, and then I'm just going to slowly expand. It's about being slow and intentional with this. I'm going to settle that last island. I'm hopefully going to try and get, like, some sort of an equilibrium with the balance, because I don't like that number at all. So yeah, I'm trying to keep the harbors all close, just so that we're only taking up traffic like on very specific sides of the map. And then once this guy's done his delivery here, I'm just going to send him right back to Paragain, because that's going to be like my weakest point, because I'm not worried about Bente declaring war on me. She's a very friendly NPC, like easy and everything. I definitely wanted like one easier NPC, and then the rest could be just whoever. But yeah, let's get back to Roscoff here. Is there a way I can increase their happiness? Distilleries, and you guys got 50, whatever, perfect. So we'll do just that. We'll get you a distillery. Don't you kids worry. I just have to figure out what I'm doing. So here we go. Let's get them their pub. Oh, and that fit perfectly. See what I mean? I'm getting better. So I just want to squeeze as many dollars as I can out of these guys. So yeah, they need that. Missing fertility. Am I an idiot? Yeah, I am. We don't have potatoes here. I'm so sorry. Boy, back to the drawing board. We're gonna need to build this anyways. Like, I don't think that I'm gonna build it solely to develop a trade route just for schnapps on this island. Like, I really don't need to. I mean, the pub is squeezing another coin out of them, so that should be good enough. Alrighty. And that's really like the antithesis of Anno 1800, is you're just micromanaging a lot, in my opinion, which, you know, is fun in of itself, but it is something that you know, it doesn't lend itself to beauty building, at least in the beginning of the game. Sorry, Carl. You're just gonna have to deal with it. It's okay, Carl. You don't have to worry about me settling anything else. I'm gonna send this ship back to our other place there. Okay, so this is Cersei Ducorg. Okay, please, please send name suggestions. We're going for the color blue here, folks. So that's really all that there is to it. I'll take any name suggestions, because these names are just terrible, if I'm going to be honest. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of this island. I took it mostly just for map control. We are looking at significant deposits of like iron, or there's some limestone. There's significant deposits here. There's some good things going on with it. But let's get our wood and stuff up and running, because that is really the most important thing right now. Is just getting that production going, just so that we can start to build and expand right away without having to transfer resources everywhere. Looks like our negative balance is going down slightly. I'm still not happy with where it's at right now, and I'm just gonna have to, well, if you guys have suggestions, you're more than welcome to chime in here, because I am a beginner in all of this and I don't know what I'm doing. But at least now we've got map control. But yeah, these are all the islands I'm looking to settle for the old world. I need to figure out a way to get money, because we are losing money fast, and maybe I should just sit on these and not worry too much. Ooh, nice. Okay. And there we go. We've at least got little hamlets settled now, and we just have to figure out like where the hell these maintenance costs are coming from. All islands. Okay. Production buildings is where it's at. The brick factory, the framework knitters is really where it's killing me here. Roscoff, do you need 2 framework knitters? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've done quite a bit for today. Paragain is good on its population. Cersei Ducour is pretty good on its population as well. Like, I'm looking at these numbers right now. I'm trying to figure out like what I'm going to do for that number there. And I am actually yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call it for today's episode. All of my worker numbers are looking good, but we are just bleeding money, and I gotta figure out what's going on with that. So, with that said, we are going to take it from we're going to take it from here. We're going to actually leave it here for now. We've done quite a bit. We've settled 4 islands. We've got those production chains set up so that they can at least construct their own buildings and everything. So I think that is at least good enough for the time being. As for this money deficit, that's going to have to be a problem that we solve in the next one, because before we can move on to the new world and to do all of that, I got to figure out what the heck I am going to be doing to get us out of this little hole here. So until then, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If this is a series you would like to continue watching me do and to continue building upon, feel free to like this video and comment with any name suggestions that you've got, or any general suggestions you have to begin with. That would all be very much appreciated. With that said, thank you so much and have yourselves a wonderful day.